The Jamaica Emergency Employment Program, JEEP, is one of government's vehicles for countering chronic unemployment among Jamaicans, particularly those in lower socio-economic groups. People with special needs, those with low skill levels, and those from underserved communities have been benefiting.
The JEEP is rolling and rolling well. And JEEP have a driver.
In its journey across the island, JEEP has been making welcoming stops in various communities, where it has set out to mobilize infrastructure development and create jobs.
JEEP have done so much project across Jamaica that we all must be proud of. For the 3 years, JEEP were able to do over 1,000 road projects. If a community didn't have an asphalt road and they were walking into mud, and you have an asphalt road now, I think that the life of the community changed. When you put in a road into a community, people want to move back into a community. Where you didn't have houses, you are having houses now.
Rehabilitative work on community roads, bridges and sidewalks, as well as other public structures, are noticeable features of JEEP. As part of making those happen, $50 million was allocated under the JEEP component of the Major Infrastructure Development Program, the MIDP. 20,000 people were targeted for employment, and small contractors and residents within the communities found jobs. At the end of the 2014-2015 fiscal year, over 200 projects across the island, which started in JEEP Phase 3, were completed at a cost of $693 million. These employed over 4,000 people. The fourth phase of the JEEP began in October 2014, and 278 projects are being implemented. A combined $1.63 billion has so far been spent in phases 3 and 4, including $140 million spent on small projects done through the parish councils.
So far, the figure that we have for short-term employment is about 55,000. And the number is growing.
During the last fiscal year ending March 2015, over $250 million was also spent to build houses for needy families. This joint GOJ Food for the Poor Wooden Housing Units project was financed by the Petra Carib Fund. West Rural St. Andrew is one of the areas benefiting under the JEEP, with $105 million spent on repairing roads. Among them, the Boone Hall Road, rehabilitated at a cost of $14.45 million.
There's about 730 meters of road. There was a problem where you have water coming from the hillside, and we have to put in some French drain there to take away the water into the major drain.
The Airy Castle roadway in Stony Hill is on the list of roads in St. Andrew being repaired in a similar fashion. Sections of the Golden Spring, Mount Airy, Brandon Hill, Mount Zion and Coakley roadways are also part of the program.
This is encouraging. Today is a further expression of the government's intent to treat with the infrastructure problems of the country, and in this case with West Rural St. Andrew.
The JEEP is also in Clarendon, where a number of community facilities have been benefiting from upgrading works. Among them, the Lionel Town Post Office, Kellett's Skills Training Center, and the Pennants Community Center and Post Office.
Overall, the TREAT project totaled $23 million at Kellett's, Pennants, and here at Lionel Town.
These are among 21 projects financed through the Petra Carib Fund to the tune of over $110 million.
Over 1,500 persons have been employed on the project under Petra Carib Special Community Facilities Project.
Residents of Peckham in Clarendon are happy for the JEEP. Work on their multipurpose community centre is progressing. It got off the ground last year with an initial funding of about $4.5 million from the Tourism Enhancement Fund. The centre will facilitate meetings, skills training, and a bamboo craft cottage industry, among other community projects.
There was no road to the centre, and when you have function here, and if there's rain, there was mud to lead into the community centre, and I've taken the decision that we need to have the road right into the centre, where we put in a ramp also for those disabled people who have to use a wheelchair.
The rural residents are celebrating their rehabilitated roads, some of which are getting asphalt for the first time. Bashi Road in Belfield, central Manchester, which was done at a cost of $3.56 million, and Woodlawn Crescent in Royal Flat are among those which were officially opened in February 2015.
We look forward, hopefully, to many more road openings as the NWA and Jeep continue their good work.
Other thoroughfares, such as the Old Porus, Old Kendall and Long Hill roads, are also getting attention under the Jeep. The Gravel Lane and Wishbish roads in northwest Clarendon were also improved to the tune of over $13 million. These represented a catalyst for further community development.
One of the things that I'm very proud of today, when you travel on this stretch of road to Evely Bottom, the type of development was taking place you would never believe before. People are building and building more.
As in many other areas where Jeep is in motion, schools and businesses, particularly farmers and produce vendors in Hazelwood, are satisfied with the ease and comfort in which they can now move about.
Most of us could roll back the curtain of now and then and remember how the road was and what it is today. We don't have to fret about our shoes heel anymore. We don't have to put plastic bag on our shoes, on our feet anymore when there is rain.
The Jamaica Emergency Employment Program, JEEP, making a positive difference in the lives of Jamaicans, creating employment, transforming communities.